notebook. Check out the iMac.
They originated in Winters, California. Yes, they did. They did. Very fine bar in Citrus.
And where are you out of?
Southern Cal.
You would probably know Kelly.
Yes, I know Kelly.
Never use it. Are you medium, I would say. But see, because I think I can try it out, but it definitely needs going really cool. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I can try it. I don't know. It's always a matter of knowing the music that's out there. We can see if we can find something that.
Make sure it's really.
No, I'm gonna put it on the front-facing camera.
Oh yeah.
Clear it is in the water.
Oh yeah. Look at that.
Oh.
Hey.
That's it.
Yeah, it's plastic on plastic. That's good. Oh, you're getting a phone call. There's a bit of an answer. Wow.
That's a good camera on that phone.
When you've got really dark photos and you bring it into Photoshop, you try to crank it up, you know what you'll see? Noise. In these 12 years, we realized noise is not garbage. We actually realized noise is data, and I'm going to now prove to you why it's data. Here I am now in Photoshop. Remember that our filters work in Photoshop, Photoshop Elements, Aperture, Lightroom, iPhoto. iPhoto's free. We all have it on every copy of our Macs. So then I bring in my pizza. Please notice here that it says it is a JPEG. If it was RAW, I would do a much better job. But I'm a masochist. I have to start with the worst case scenario of JPEGs. So here we go. Very, very dark JPEG. Usually I like to work with it at 16 bits, and I pull down the topaz noise. Automatically it has found the noise problem and has fixed it, which means all I got to do is hit OK. It's kind of cool. I don't have to do anything. I just hit OK. It's still dark. That's because I can't see when I just cleaned the noise up. I can brighten it any way you want. It just so happens that I know topaz, so let's crank up exposure. Now, you got to keep in mind that a few seconds ago, this thing was so unbelievably dark, you were going to delete it because you thought there was nothing there. And now suddenly you realize, that there's a photo there? In fact, when you look at that photo, you can crank up some of the strength and the details. Take a look. In the original, I can't see the details on the tablecloth. Now suddenly I realize, yeah, the tablecloth is blue and it's got little bumps on it. So how did this change the way that I thought about photography? It actually revolutionized it. First, I realized that my teacher used to always tell me, if you expose out the window, everything inside is garbage. My teacher was wrong. I do this all the time now. I'm always exposing out the window, and everything that's inside just wants to magically come along for the ride. And I love classic problems in photography. Like here's a very simple classic problem. It's overcast, so all I got during my honeymoon was a silhouette of the Eiffel Tower. Now I know I see a lot of people with nice cameras out there. Do I turn on the flash right now to get the Eiffel Tower?
No.
A really big flash. Yeah, I didn't have my really big flash with me during my honeymoon, so let's see what we do here at Topaz Labs. Once again, please notice that I am in iPhoto. I'm not even in Photoshop this time. I choose Topaz Adjust. Can you see all the presets on the left side? Just click on a preset. If you like it, click OK. That's called, I don't know how to use computers, I just know how to click on a preset. But then there are some people that actually know how to use computers that love the sliders, so they started cranking it up. And as I started cranking it up, I saw not only does the Eiffel Tower keep getting brighter, but also all these details in the clouds just magically come out of nowhere. A few seconds ago, it was just a silhouette. Now, it's Some of these HDR photos, I'm sure everybody here has heard about HDR. The first time that I heard about HDR, here's what they told me. They said, Greg, you're going to put your camera on a tripod. Okay. Then you point it at a frozen universe. Frozen universe? And then you're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4 photos just to combine them all together to make that. No, thank you. I have a better solution. What if I only took one JPEG without a tripod and I give you better results? Oh, I don't know, let's compare. Here is what happens when I've got 4 photos. Here's what happens when I've only got one single JPEG. When I look at the 4 photos, why are the palm leaves blurry? Well, I went back to the 4 photos and I looked out the window. See what's going on out there, right? Wind. Yes. Oh, sure, absolutely. That's an interesting question. Yeah. All right. Now, obviously, if the wind moves the leaves, you combine them, you're going to get blurred. Whereas in contrast, you look at mine is perfectly sharp. Well, of course it's sharp. It only came from one single JPEG. And to add insult to injury, this is the example that Adobe gives you on how you're supposed to do HDR. I'm using their own example against them, which is the only way to prove a point and to really pee off the Adobe scientists. They hate it when some punk shows them up. I don't need your multiple exposures. I'm like, huh? Yeah, dude, you're fine. Don't worry. That's why with our technology, you'll do HDR water, HDR film, HDR video. Last time I checked, film and video work 1 exposure at a time. That's the exposure. That's what we give you here at Nomad Labs. The secret is simple. As long as you expose to the things that are bright, the misconception is there's not enough information here in the darks. That's why I started my demo with that photo. All I did was I exposed toward the brights, which is the highlight right there on the wine glass and the night. The misconception is not enough information here in the blacks. Sorry, there's a lot of information in the darks. It's in the form of noise. You think noise is garbage? We think noise is data. Big difference. That's why we changed the world in 12 years. Okay, so since we got these dark things done, what about the opposite side? Sometimes you got a situation where things are bright. Yeah. That's called overexposure. Warning, if it goes above white, there's nothing I can do for you. Alright, nothing. But even if there's the slightest amount of difference between that, I will pull your photo out. That's why we become so famous. Talking about why they became famous for fixing problems, here's another problem. You guys seen those CSI episodes? Where they think that really bad photo, it's only like 10 pixels by 10 pixels, and the computer guys go, and suddenly 10 pixels becomes like this full high-resolution image. That's called science fiction. Now I'm going to show you science fact. Trying to catch the bad guy, I can't read his license plate. Now see how we fix it. We call this new one, now did you notice I'm still in iPhoto? We call this new one in focus. Here's how it works. Zoom in on it, and I just can't read what that says. Over here, it says here that the blur type is unknown. And I love it because I have no idea how this can get blurred. I'm going to estimate that it's maybe about like 5 pixels wide, and I click estimate blur. Now watch what's going to happen. Let's try to figure it out. Oh, that guy. PJ2DX is his license plate. And I'll zoom out of the thing just so we can see what he actually looks like. That's what he used to look like. Here's what he looks like now. He drives a Dodge. And then the guy that was parked next to him, he drives an Odyssey. Well, ask the Odyssey guy. Maybe he knows the bad guy. That's what I mean by this is science fact when it comes to when you're trying to rescue even a photo that's got motion blur applied to it as well. All right. Now somebody asked about...
All right, Apple headquarters. The building has no apple on the door. Oh, you got the United States flag, California flag, and if it swings around, you can see the Apple flag. Yeah. And I also noticed this today. See that? Look at that. Ooh, that's ooh. Check that out. One of these got the watches. Oh, this one. This one is coming to the watch.
Oh, that's the one to go to the watch?
Yeah. Retail store. Clothing. Apple clothes. People want. Oh, send that back. Alright, decisions on the color. So red, black, gray, orange. Orange is hot. We're gonna go gray. We're gonna hit the gray.
They got them over here.
Oh, they do?
All different colors.
Oh, nice.
We're leaning towards that orange.
Don't get on.
Why not? Don't let the orange.
Don't get on.
Red.
No, I would rather really get black or
We can't teach Al.
gray. I'd rather get black or gray.
Oh. I gotta go with the gray. Boring, dull color gray. Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's pretty. She's a pretty girl. Yeah. It's Minnie. Check it out. Yeah, that's like fucking insurance. Yeah, this year. Don't get confused. Track pads, you can see that. See that? That's how your setup should be. There.
The pumpkin guy?
Yeah. Telling them look at this keyboard, but don't get confused. It's a trackpad. Together. Like that. Video on some stuff. Look at all this. Man. Oh, they had a book. I'm looking for this book. Look. Ooh, Carson, maybe one day. Yeah, ooh, yeah. And as you can see, it's a wall full of software. So they were telling you to knock down the software. Yeah. Alright. Let's see. Another store in here. Alright. This is my Wear Your iPod Nano Like a Watch kit. See, I got the gray band instead of the orange one that you will see in the other video, or the red. You know how we like the red watch. Here are the different colors. So you can see that. You can see that price. And that's how the band looks.
What she said? At Goosey's, the Roscoe's of San Francisco.
Okay, this is part 2 of my iWatches, the watch, the iPad Nano that you wear. Wear your iPod Nano. It's a gray band instead of the orange band or the red one. I was thinking about getting the red one, maybe the orange. This is how it looks on the case. Now we'll do an unboxing pretty soon. Here's the Nano that's gonna actually go in there. Silver one. Yeah. So let's unbox it. See what it looks like. See, this is actually this is the instructions. This is the watch band. Watch band. Pretty big size. Watch band there. Get the clock on it. Be ready to go. Alright, I'm back. I got the watch band out here. This is how this looks. See how that clips on there. Now we're gonna do the opening of the Nano. Comes off like that. Nice Apple product. And as you know, inside says designed by Apple in California. So take that off and see what's in the box. Start here simple. It just has a normal headphones and a charging cord. But you can never have too many of these charging cords. Alrighty. And here's the watch. Now different colors. This is the silver. See. So this is going to slide on right there. It'll be in business. Yeah. Slide it in the front. The back needs to lock in right here. The clip thing. Clip part locks in right there. Set it up. Show you how it looks. Alrighty, here's the watch. It's on the band. That's how that looks. This is a sticker, so it's not really turned on yet. Didn't know that it had this nice little apple on the back of it though. So, now that's the back of your watch. It's your buttons, the volume, dock, headphone jack, and it's ready to be put on your wrist, like so. Nice. Alright, as you can see, it's on. It's the clock. Just so far sideways, so I almost have it on backwards. Gonna have to fix that. So there it goes. Now unless it's